Brian Darcy, and welcome to my beloved review series. Today is a very special day because today I'm going to go see one of my favorite composers live at the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto, Mr. Hans Zimmer himself. I am super excited. Yes, I am. Oh man, I love his body of work. It's just so many amazing film scores he's done and masterpieces and all that, and I'm so super excited. I don't know, like, as soon as, because originally he did his first tour in Europe, so I was like, okay, if he ever announces he's coming to Toronto or near where I live, I am definitely getting a ticket to go see. And, you know, a year later, he announces they're doing North America, and I was like, yes. And then they announced the Air Canada Centre, and I was like, yes, I gotta get a ticket. Day one, I think I got a good seat. I don't know. Last time I was at the Air Canada Centre, I saw a Muse concert, which was awesome. One of my favorite bands of all time. The thing is, the seats I got was like really far up to the left, and we were kind of overlooking the stage from a really high height. So hopefully the seats I got were really good. I'm gonna find out when I get there. So I have to start my journey on to Toronto to go see Hans Zimmer. Oh man. Hopefully my phone works decently enough that I can get some footage and proof that I was there. The audio would probably be out of sync, but I'll do my best to edit it so the footage looks good. Please, I hope my phone works. Anyways, super excited. I was reading up, he did an interview, I think Rolling Stone or something like that. And I was reading up on it and how for each place they went to, like Dallas and all that, and now Toronto, they would have they have their main sort of friends and band members, and then they bring in a lot of people who play instruments from that town and that area, and hire them to be the ensemble of the band. So that is very cool, giving probably a very unique performance take for basically almost every show and all that. Super excited to see it. Man, I wonder what songs they're gonna do. I really hope they do Time from Inception and The Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and Man of Steel, but I don't know if they're going to have that many drums though, because I know when Hans Zimmer recorded Man of Steel, the drums, he had like 10 steel drums in a room or something like that, so I don't know if they're going to have that many drummers on set, but I'll see. And I'm also hoping for some Sherlock Holmes. Oh man, love that soundtrack. And then of course, how can you forget the Dark Knight trilogy? Definitely would be excited to hear some of that. I know for a fact they probably definitely are going to do Circle Life, because they have the guy who did the original singing for that very intro for The Lion King, the famous I don't know how to actually say what he sings, but they have the actual guy who recorded it for the movie. He's going to be part of their singing. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very fun experience, and I'm super excited. Anyways, time to do my long trek to Toronto to get there in time for the show, you know? So here I go. Time to watch Hans Zimmer live at the Air Canada Centre.
Hello everyone, I am in the floor, seat row 16, seat 15, And these are some really good seats because, as you can see from the background, is I'm almost in the dead center of the entire film. Wow. It's really dark, but I'm sure my editing stuff will brighten that up a bit. Wow. Amazing. Get a view of the stage. I was sitting right there for the Muse concert, up there. But it looks like they have the top floor blocked off. As you can see, it is much more busier. It's almost showtime.
I just got back from watching Hans Zimmer perform live. Well, actually, I didn't just get back. It was actually because of, once again, how late it was, and I really felt like I needed some sleep. So this is actually technically the morning after watching Hans Zimmer perform live, and I will say, that was a great performance. I loved it. Enjoyed it so much. Really much. It was amazing. Simply complex. The seat where I was sitting was the best seat I ever had at a concert in terms of view of the stage and all that. Really great. It's not just Hans Zimmer, it's all his friends and a bunch of people that they also brought in from Toronto, from surrounding areas of Toronto and all that, and it's just, wow, it was really great. Kept simple, it was more about the music. There was some extreme lights to go with it and some fans and stuff like that, but nothing like too over the top. Okay, maybe a little bit over the top, but I really liked it overall. It was pretty intense. I still don't understand how people can perform with that intense lighting. I also picked up some souvenirs. I picked up Hans Zimmer, the tour book that they were selling. Has a lot of cool information and all that. I'll get a different close-up of that later on. And then I got a Hans Zimmer tour t-shirt. Hans Zimmer. Wow! Oh man! That's a beautiful looking shirt. I love it. I love the color scheme. Really cool. You got a picture of Hans Zimmer playing the guitar. Like the badass he is, you know? Now you got tour dates on the back. Like most other tour shirts. really cool. Yeah. Awesome. Really enjoyed the performance. I can't mention enough. Yeah, it was a really great performance. Really intense orchestra playing. It's fine. They didn't play all the songs I wanted to hear. Like they didn't play the Kraken or No Time for Caution from Interstellar. But you know what? By the end of it, I wasn't complaining at all. In fact, by the end of it, I was enjoying it so much that I totally forgot up until the end of the performance that they didn't play any Inception songs. So everyone was standing up and they were like, "Oh, encore, encore," and they actually came back for the encore, and the encore was Inception. They didn't play one song or two songs for the encore. They played like 4 songs. They played Dream is Collapsing, Dream Within a Dream, Mombasa, and then ended off with Time. Spectacular. Really great. I'm trying to remember. It's really neat seeing Hans Zimmer, and he, after every couple songs, he would talk to the crowd, tell us stories and stuff like that. It was really great.
The people that sort of, my friends, the musicians around me, that sort of suggested I should go on tour, one of the things they said to me was that I needed to leave my windowless room, and look at it. So I'm destined and doomed, and my fate is windowless rooms. But my fate equally is to be surrounded by truly astonishing musicians. And really it all started with that tall, lanky guy back there.
I don't know, is that the first time I've seen an Oscar winner? I don't know, but he was pretty cool, and the rest of the band was great. I don't know anyone else band-wise other than Hans Zimmer, but they all did really great job. Amazing, and they list everyone in the tour book, which is awesome. And oh yeah, they did do Circle of Life, and they had the guy who did the original vocal performance for the recording for the very beginning of The Lion King. And my gosh, it's been almost 30 years since The Lion King, and his voice sounds so the same as, like, I actually thought I was watching The Lion King. And actually most of the things were so good that I was like, I actually felt like I was watching the movie. The other bits, because I said most felt like that, the rest were really cool live interpretations of that song or theme and stuff like that, which was really cool. Nothing was bad at all. I mean, the closest thing to it being bad is, I would have to say, is because they had a little circle thing in the back for the pictures and stuff, which was cool and great, and they made use of it. The only thing that sort of I thought was not that great is that they decided to show close-up of the instruments. But the thing is, the close-up of the instruments were pre-recorded, and you can tell kind of easily if you're paying attention to it that's not actually what's happening right now. It's pre-recorded ahead of time. That was really the only downside, but they didn't always do that. I mean, I think 50% of the time they had instruments up there, close-ups and stuff. I think some of the better parts of that circle thing is when it wasn't close-up instruments and it was like colors or cool designs and crazy stuff just to represent whatever song it's playing. I'm sort of working my way backwards from end forwards, but played through a superhero section he introduced, and did the Man of Steel, and then shockingly, because it was funny because it was Man of Steel, and I was like, okay, so I'm like, watch them go from Man of Steel to Wonder Woman, and then they kicked into Wonder Woman, and I was like, hearing the Wonder Woman theme live was worth the price of admission alone. Like that is a crazy good live performance song. Really well done. Man, just hearing the bass on that live for Wonder Woman, it works. It was just crazy with the orchestra and all that. Wow, it was amazing. I'm actually shocked he played Madagascar, the song Breakout one, the one that's really, I mean, the soundtrack was really good, but that one song I love so much, so I'm really happy to hear that for the beginning. I forget specific order, but he did do The Dark Knight, and then he did, quite interesting, I thought, Dark Knight Rises, and then I believe that's when he talked about, I kind of forget order-wise, short-term memory loss, but he mentioned Heath Ledger, and then the Colorado shooting in the movie theater for The Dark Knight Rises, and because I knew on iTunes and that Hans Zimmer, he released a song for of that event, which was, I think it was called Allura. I might be not saying that name correctly, but I was actually shocked that they went into that song for a little bit before going into Interstellar. I think though, because the build up, like with him talking about the event and then playing the song he didn't play a lot of that song. Like it felt very short compared to the build up, like him talking about going into doing that song. It felt like the intro was more longer than him actually, or them actually playing that song. I think they played that song because it was, it's been a long time since I've actually heard that song, because I do have it on my iPod, but when you have 10,000 songs on your iPod, some songs don't show up as often. And also there was a couple other songs where I didn't recognize right away, but I was looking it up afterwards, and because I was reading a bit of the book on the way home, and it was once again I was so shocked. There was movies that I didn't know Hans Zimmer did the score to, like Thelma and Louise and The Rock and all that, and True Romance. I mean, I haven't seen True Romance. I haven't seen The Rock. Both movies I'm sure I've seen. I haven't seen Thelma and Louise either. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, so I definitely have to catch up on movies I haven't seen. But yeah, it was a really cool performance. I'm pretty happy they did. I'm surprised also as well he did Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was our amazing performance. I love that song. I mean, granted, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't as good as a movie as it could have been. But the soundtrack was definitely the best part of it. And man, it was really cool seeing so many instruments on stage. It's funny because at first, when the curtains didn't, because there was a curtain there, but I wasn't sure if it was going to open up or anything. And it looked very bare minimum. Like there was like a piano and a couple of guitars and stuff like that. And so when I was shocked when it started, the curtain raised, revealing like 2 drum sets. Actually, no, 4 drum sets. 2 are the actual drums, and then 2 that are like the side, percussion. And then after that, there was another curtain rising, and another curtain rising, revealing more orchestra, and then more, like, even more the people who do the vocals, choir. It was a really fun experience. I'm really glad I saw it. I recorded a couple footage. I'm not sure if I can actually show it due to copyright, but I will say from Air Canada Centre, August 1st, I'm sure there is some better quality footage being uploaded to YouTube as we speak. So if you want to check out Hans Zimmer's performance, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. So search up better quality performance than what I'm showing you. It was really great, and I definitely would, like, the next time Hans Zimmer comes to Toronto, I would definitely wouldn't mind getting another ticket to see that show again. See what changes that. He didn't do any songs from Dunkirk, but I think it's kind of the reason he didn't do any songs from Dunkirk is because literally the movie just came out like a couple weeks ago. Not really surprised there. Yeah, so I don't know how many other people went to see this show in Air Canada Centre in Toronto on August 1st, but if any of you have seen Hans Zimmer live, maybe that concert or maybe another concert, let me know in the comments below and what you thought of the concert and that. Also make sure to say which concert you went to and what city and what place. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Anyways, thanks again for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Thanks again for watching.